My travels. Hello. Travels in France. Fast and comfortable European rail is a great way to travel. Avignon is our first stop in the south of France before we continue towards the Spanish border. The palace is an amazing building dating back to the 14th century. One can imagine the beauty of the rooms in the 1300s with the lovely furnishings. Great views. The cathedral is located next to the palace. The legend of Saint Benedict, a young shepherd who built the bridge, is a lovely story. You also have the famous song. Off the main street, you have a maze of wonderful back streets to explore. Time to relax before we join the tour to see more of the area. A beautiful village dominated by a 16th century chateau. Lovely to explore with its narrow walkways, gardens, wonderful views. This beautiful village, with its ruined castle, its lovely old houses, overlooks a valley, in English, the Infernal Valley. It's lovely to explore with the narrow walkways, the shops, beautiful church. In fact, there's a small one close to it as well. Great view with the weird rocks. Legend has it that it was once the haunt of witches and goblins. over 2,000 years old, the highest bridge built by the Romans. It truly is breathtaking. The aqueduct was in use for between 400 and 500 years. It was amazing. Words just can't describe it. We then returned to Avignon and found a really nice restaurant. So we could explore, we picked up a hire car and headed to Nîmes. The amphitheatre is one of the best preserved of its kind. It's a Roman temple built in the 1st century, one of the best preserved in the world. Nîmes is a busy town and it's lovely to wander around its narrow streets, lovely shops, lovely restaurants. These are lovely gardens with pools and terraces. A spring bubbles up in the heart of the gardens, the reason the Romans settled here. It's a lovely city. Arles was nice. It was market day and it was very busy. It's a lovely square and the church is 12th century. It was lovely to explore with the park, the amphitheatre, and the narrow, interesting streets. A wonderful walled city. Our surprise, they were having a festival. The square and the cafes around it were jammed with people, and they had great music. It was lots of fun, but we set off to see the Camargue. 346,000 acres of wetlands, pastures, dunes, and salt flats. Small, sturdy horses that are never stabled. a lookout tower but later used to collect taxes from ships. It's a big, open area. In contest, the black bulls are not killed. Red rosettes are plucked from between their horns. Returning to town, the fun began. It was time for the fun fair, the parade, and the running of the bulls. This was really exciting as the bull, with the horses around it, were travelling at a full gallop. And an amazing day. Montpellier was a surprise. A big, busy town with its old and its new. This oval-shaped plaza, dominated by the Opera House, is one of the largest pedestrian areas in Europe. In 1978, the city acquired land belonging to the army and created this neoclassical district. Louis XIV. Inspired by Pont du Gard, the aqueduct was built in 1754. With the old and the new, the city has so much. Fantastic. I'm happy. I read about Sete, its wonderful seafood. It was just magic. A wonderful meal. It's a busy town, and it was a surprise with its canals and bridges. We continue our journey as we head towards the Spanish border. I hope you're enjoying our travels in France. My travels, Neil Walker.